Last we left the party, Abilene had found a bag of Fritos. And she was just munching away without sharing any with the rest of the party. And Kefka was driving by in a motorcycle.
That guy's been driving by day and night. He just drives by and goes... "Rrrr."
Seriously?
Yeah.
I can't say
Maybe
anything.
he's learning how to ride.
I used to live at a place that did there was a guy who did the exact same thing. It was a car, not a bike, but still.
No, he's not. He's just leaving and going...
Oh, it's just how he drives. So you guys were heading... well, okay, Abilene. We'll get to you in a second.
God knows what's happened to me.
I have to admit, I've been super torn on the
Snarg doesn't
specifics. Because there's basically infinite options here. And as I've mentioned before, I actually consulted PAX on this as well. But, so, Guido and Snarg, if I am not mistaken, you had basically finished your prep work for heading north, and were doing so?
Yes. Well, we actually left off discussing with Ibcon about some armor improvements to help fight off these reed sharks. But I think he was going to do that on the way anyway.
Yes, he's going to be kind of trying
Guido,
to figure out what he can do.
Did you see the little chibi thing I sent to the group text?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes, I'm going to put that on camera if she shows up today.
And I did take Guido, did you want one of those crossbows? I'm going to take one just because range would probably be good at the start. It's a +5 crossbow, so... We got some sticky bolts.
Guido deliberates.
I can't see using it.
Okay.
Yeah, just put your pinky right here, and then just kind of, like, very delicately, and then do a strength check to see if you break it.
Yeah.
You know what that reminds me of?
And you pull the trigger.
Yeah, what?
You know what that reminds me? We watched
A thing.
Something.
We watched...
we
To
literally
be
watched
continued!
it. No, we literally watched it 2
Just cut
days
the
ago.
black.
Yeah, just got to... Exactly.
I can't remember the name.
For only $5.99 for the continuation DLC, you too can find out what they watched. Oh, I forgot to turn on the music, sorry.
Anyway, it was this action series. It was similar to like a John Wick thing, or whatever. And this guy is like a sharpshooter, and he got caught by the bad guys or whatever, and they like broke all his fingers. So he's sitting there and he's like he's like holding the gun with one hand, and he's like working over here to get like his pinky in the trigger and like on this fully automatic thingy.
Wow. That sounds painful.
That was a Mel Gibson movie.
Mel Gibson is. Hold on, I'll mute myself and find out.
He's in The Patriot.
Revenge? Was that the name of that one? Like, he's
Doesn't
going after a
sound
bunch of
familiar.
crime guys?
Payback.
Payback. That's the one. I don't know if that's the movie she's talking about, but that's the one I was thinking of. I mean, that is Mel Gibson's style. I am horribly tortured, but still stalwartly carrying on. I mean, I guess if you get a shtick, you keep with it. So anyways, you guys are going north.
Yeah.
I forget the method of transportation you decided on. I'm sorry, I've been really busy this week. Whoa.
I believe Guido done rustled up an airship.
I thought he did too. Oh yes, you rolled really well to convince yourself to either get a combat airship or a civilian airship. I remember that.
I'm pretty sure I got the civilian airship.
You did. You went with the civilian. I remember now.
Yeah.
And you has an airship, and you're heading north. And if I'm not mistaken, you're swinging by Central to pick up Abilene?
I thought he was just going to teleport to me.
He could. That's a totally valid option. It'll just involve teleporting you again.
Yeah, I thought the plan was teleport back to Central and then open the portal to the library.
Oh God, that's right.
and then I was going to teleport to the ship.
All right, it's party splitting time. Okay, so you find a secluded spot. No real issue doing so. You know, you can set up your portal to Central at any time.
Well, I'm just in back, like, getting all sorts of war paint on, putting sticks and leaves on myself to get camouflage, all that sort of stuff. So, I'll go out there and keep questioning why people aren't doing this.
Why would you put on camouflage to fight resharks? That's just crazy.
So they don't see you when you fall out of the airship.
That's your battle plan?
When you jump out of the airship?
As if he thinks he's gonna jump.
Yeah, it's true.
He's done it before.
Yeah, it wasn't fun. It's like, would not recommend F-.
Fair enough, fair enough. So, Abilene, or I guess we'll do Guido. So, I assume you're porting in basically where you left Abilene?
Yep.
Okay. Let's do...
They also has a website.
Damn it. So, you port in, and I want you to roll awareness, so basically just wisdom. Does it have any bonuses?
Okay.
Let's see. What's my wisdom?
Ooh. No, I don't notice anything. That's an 11.
Oh, wow. Okay, so you poured in, and you know everything is fine. Nothing is wrong here. Everything's cool. How are you?
Yep.
And there are a lot of Olthoi around here, mostly the flyers, and they're very busy buzzing to and from this particular spot. You're not really sure why, because you rolled nothing. Abilene. Oh, Abilene doesn't have her things on. Abilene, no, she's gone. We lost her. I can't even hear her right now because she's muted or something.
Because I'm not talking.
Oh, there we go. Okay. So, Abilene, and this is kind of for my viewers as well, I was thinking really hard about what I wanted to do to her as a consequence of going through the Chaos Portal. And I finally decided, out of the mercy of my heart, to just roll for it. So I'm going to do that right now.
Out of the mercy of my heart. I'm going to laugh if it's worse.
Well, I did roll a 1.
Spontaneous combustion.
So I've turned into a flaming snarg.
No. You are a little. Have you ever seen Honey, I Shrunk the Kids?
Yeah.
The second one specifically, the one where they grow to mega size.
No.
Well, you're
I'm
about
now
50.
Giant.
You're about 50 feet tall.
Oh, this is... Wait. Is there anything around me that isn't, like, just normal scenery that I would be able to recognize that I'm as big as I am? Because he just dropped me off in the middle of nowhere.
No, you're within view of the gates of Central. You can see the somewhat small
I got here
fence over there.
really fast.
Yeah. And,
but it's really small, so I must be really far away still. So I'm going to, like, start jogging toward it.
Oh, God. The Olthoi are like, oh my god! And of course, you're this cute little mite. So this giant bushy tail is just waving behind you.
It's really exciting, too.
Yeah.
Did Sasha grow with me?
No. So Sasha...
Attached?
I'm trying to think. You probably think you're missing Sasha, because it's attached at the middle of the back, right? So you literally can't reach it
lanyard
back there.
So I'm like, I jog about 3 steps, and then I'm like, Sasha! Boom!
Oh God, where is it?
And I'm like, about this point, I think I'm like down on my hands and knees looking through the grass, wondering why everything is so small.
Mm-hmm. You're,
What about her belt?
Her belt.
They're magical belts. They expand.
For this...
So I can't get in my pockets. But that's why I didn't lose Sasha. Magical woven items is common practice that they will expand to fit the size of the person they need to be.
Mostly because of convenience.
And the fact that we have people ranging in size from mite size to Lugian.
To Lugian, yeah. So it is actually a thing, regardless of convenience. So
And common decency.
and common
So
decency, yes.
I can't get in my pockets. So I have teeny pockets in my big hands, and I'm like,
It's just not working for some reason. We're not sure why. The Ulthoi are buzzing all around you. Do you speak Skittish?
I don't know if I speak Skittish.
That's going to be relevant in a millisecond here.
Hold on. Stop scrolling past it, stupid thing. I speak Skittish.
Oh my gosh.
I also speak Serpent, Lugian, a language I'm not supposed to say, and Common.
Ooh. Ah, yeah, there it is. Noise suppression. You were right, Guido. Holy crap. So, yeah, you're, bounding towards there. The Ulthoi are buzzing around you, speaking in Skittish rather hurriedly. They're not stupid. They recognize that you're a mite, but they're a little confused. Yeah.
So my tail's sitting here, and it's doing the worry thing, swooshing along the ground.
Yeah.
As I'm on all fours trying to find Sasha. And I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'll turn, and I'm not actually gonna like look at them yet. I'm just gonna turn, kind of turn my head sideways and be like, I'm looking for Sasha. Do you see Sasha? My gun.
So the Ulthoi, being whom they are, will immediately start helping you look for Sasha. Now, since Guido didn't actually take this long, this is about when he's going to pour it in.
No, it was going to be like an hour.
Oh, was it? Oh,
yeah.
That's right, because okay, so, right. After a couple of minutes, one of the flyers, a slasher, kind of buzzes up behind you and says, I found it!
Oh, where's Sasha? Why are you so small?
Poke. Poke. It's right here! Poke. It's kind of small for you.
Something tickles.
Ah! Hey! Stop that!
Turn around. Where's Sasha?
It's right here! Poke.
Something tickles again.
And so then, like, 3 or 4 more of the flyers come up and start like, here, look, it's right here! Poke.
Tickles!
Stop that!
And every time I say stop that, I swish around. I'm like, stop what?
It's on your back! What are you doing here?
Sasha! What happened to... Why are you all so small?
Now, this is totally normal to you. It's worth noting. Like, you don't even notice anything's odd about this, at least not now.
Other than the fact that Sasha's tiny.
Nope, that's totally normal.
Oh, Sasha, my baby!
Why is your gun so much smaller than you, ma'am?
What are you talking about? This is the size Sasha's always been.
Yes, but, like, wouldn't a larger gun be easier to use?
I haven't had any difficulties using Sasha before.
I suppose that's valid. And truthful. So, I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward, because there's a specific scene I want to get to.
Oh my god, I don't remember why I came here. Sorry, my brain died for a second. What am I supposed to be telling them, Guido? Oh, you're gonna blow up an airship. Okay.
Yes, you're gonna give them the information on blowing up the airship. And they will take it into account and start making preparations. The next thing that's gonna happen is I'm gonna
tell them about the dragons.
You're gonna be hungry.
I'm really hungry.
Like, really, really hungry. Like, when it starts to hurt a little bit in the stomach.
Yeah, I feel kind of shaky, guys. I'm gonna roll my back, my pack of infinite space. What do I have in my pack?
I don't know.
Let's see. Oh, I have some preserved food. So I'm going to, and of course these expand to fit whatever it is that you're going to put in there, so I can just pull it open, reach down in there. Okay, I pull out the preserved food.
You probably don't even notice it going down.
Nope. What else do I have? I have a lot of shit in my bags.
Congratulations, you're an adventurer.
I know, right? Look, I have these are my notes for what's in my bag right now, guys. Ring of distance, useless. Boots of flying, useless. Gloves of imbuement. Why are the boots of flying useless? What do those do?
You tell me. You're the one who wrote it down and said it was useless.
No, this is stuff you didn't tell me. It was all stuff that you said we couldn't use it, so...
Oh, that's the psionic stuff.
Oh, okay. Gloves of... And I'm like, why? Boots of flying. Why is that useless? Gloves of imbuement. Cloak of breathing. Do I have any food? Can I eat materia? What happens if I eat materia?
Fun things.
Okay.
Don't do it.
Oh. But I have materia of +1 all stats and materia of +5 int.
But why do you want to eat them?
Because I'm hungry.
The Olthoi say, would you like some food, ma'am?
Ooh, what's this? Orb of
We can
Seasonic?
We can get you food. What are you looking through your bags for, ma'am?
Food, I'm hungry.
But
I just ate all of my reserves. I don't know why it wasn't filling. That was enough to last like 4 weeks.
Insert Lembas joke here. So
I'm really hungry. Are there any bushes around with berries on them?
yes.
I reach down, I pull a bush, the whole bush, out of the ground. And I bite the top of it off like broccoli.
Oh my god. Okay. It's not very filling.
Nope, still hungry. Are there any more bushes?
Yeah, there's a couple over there.
Hungry.
The Olthoi implore you to stop.
But I'm hungry.
We can get you food.
Okay.
What kind of food do you prefer? You want barbecue, sushi?
You know, my friend, she gave me Olthoi fruit cake.
That is excellent. If
That
you,
was delicious.
it'll take us a bit to bake it, but we can get that to happen.
Oh, I'm hungry now.
No! Our bushes! Stop!
I'm sorry. I shoved the husks back into the holes.
Ah! What are you doing? Stop! That's not how you garden. So, anyways, let's fast forward a little bit here.
So an hour goes by. Guido pops in, and there's a train of flying Olthois carting me food.
Yep.
And I'm huge.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always been like this.
Yeah, it's just logical.
So Guido pops up, I reach over and I pick him up and I sit him on my knee. Guido, you gotta try some of this. And I nearly knock him off my knee trying to hand him a gigantic platter of food. It's delicious. Meanwhile, second tray of food. I'm still hungry though.
Now, do I think anything is unusual with Abeline's size?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
She's huge.
You should have brought Snarg with you. Then he could have been super tiny. Complete the trifecta.
No.
I'm going to roll dodge when this giant hand is reaching for me.
Okay.
Do I need to roll dexterity against him?
I guess, yeah. At a massive penalty because you're large.
Let's see. So that's...
That is a 20.
Okay.
So that's a 7. Keep in mind, I've got... Oh, it's a -6, so it's actually a 8.
A 1.
But...
Oh.
No. Well, Sis has a -10 right now.
I'm at -10?
Yeah.
No.
You're huge! You are not very dexterous right now.
So that makes that an unnatural 20.
Okay. Sis, what's yours with -10?
10.
So Guido, you're like, huh. And of course you didn't roll well on the awareness, so you're kind of caught unawares by this. You just kind of look up and there's this large furry hand just reaching out to grab you. And it's
I'm just picturing... Oh, no. What I'm picturing. The Riddick movie with the necromorphs, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what they were.
Yeah.
The guy that like teleports to the next location.
Yeah. The
he
leader.
Goes,
Fwong, yeah.
But it's not so much a conscious thing. It's, I'm seeing this hand coming at me, and all of a sudden, I'm still standing there, but it's further away.
Yeah.
And reaching for... I'm not there anymore.
So I just keep going forward.
Mm-hmm. And
trying to get at him.
You managed to grab a clump of the ground.
Did I catch a bush in it?
Yes. Stop that! Stop eating our bushes! Those fruit, that's actually poisonous berries. We've been telling you that for an hour now!
There's a gigantic... Guido, do you speak Skittish?
Nope.
So there is a bunch of angry flying...
Buzzing Olthoi.
Buzzing around my head.
Yelling at her.
Occasionally one of them gets too close to my tail and gets squatted and kind of goes...
For those of you at home, by the way, a flying Olthoi is like 10 feet in I guess, diameter. These
Their
are large.
Are wide.
Yeah, these things are quite large, relatively speaking. So.
But I have a gigantic bushy tail.
Mm-hmm. I just want to get the scene set right. So, Guido, you're now over there.
Hi, Guido! I'm sitting here, by the way. As I say hi, Guido, I am biting the top off of a bush like it's a broccoli stem.
Stop that! God!
No,
those are not for eating.
But I'm hungry.
They're decorative. We set those up as decorations so that people entering Central's main gate could, like... Why are you eating more of them? I'm just explaining.
And I'm answering in Skittish. Only I'm really big, so it's probably more like...
Are there any Olthoi around me?
Oh, plenty.
Okay. I'm going to turn and look.
Do you know this lady?
In common.
In common, yeah.
I believe it's my companion, Abilene.
Could you please tell her to stop eating our bushes? Those are decorative.
By this point, I've stood up, and I'm holding trays in each of my hands, and I'm, like, taking steps towards you, Guido. You gotta try some of this, Guido. It's all the way fruitcake.
Did you talk to Central about the
fact that you're gonna blow up an airship? Yeah. They said they'll start making preparations. We got anything to eat in your pack? I'm hungry.
Oh God.
Do it! Do it! Do it!
So, oh God, I'm evil.
Aww.
Remember?
So I just rolled a 1 on carrying one of my trays, and so I spilt it. So now I'm gonna be bending over to pick it up off the ground. Guido, you might want to watch out for my tail. It's swishing a lot.
Yeah, but before you do that, Zagmus, you remember what's the name of the place with the library that she needs to go to?
Eldritch.
Eldritch, thank you. So the main square in Eldritch that had the statue of
the child emperor. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna open a portal under Abilene's foot.
Oh my God.
So that she steps forward into it and falls into the town square.
Okay. I suppose I should give you a dexterity roll, sis, even though there's like no way in hell you can actually dodge this. So I guess this is more of just a maintain your balance while plummeting roll.
Well, am I still at a massive disadvantage?
-10.
Okay. Well, that is 19, so it's a 9.
9 isn't terrible.
I got 19 for that.
I mean,
Good boy, Phelan.
it could be worse. So, you go plummeting through this portal, but like your foot, Guido kind of underestimated the size a little bit. So,
on the other side, a foot pops out.
yep. And then like you're because you rolled below a 10, which is my mental counter.
So
You don't
I'm
like catch yourself, so you're like honk, and then you kind of go back the other way, honk, and you just kind of like ping pong your way down through this hole. Yeah. Until you finally end up in Eldritch. Now we got to roll again. Because you're going through a chaos portal. That's a 1.
So I come out even bigger?
No. We'll get back to you in just a second.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Zan.
So, Guido, I assume you're just heading straight
Hey,
back to the
this
ship.
is how this character has got to go. This is how this character is gonna go.
Abilene is finally gone from the campaign. Killed by airships.
The fighter.
Because she was Mothra. We found Godzilla, except she's furry and cute. It's weird.
And very friendly, and
Very-
she keeps asking for
For
popcorn.
food. We're not sure what's up with that. So Guido, you're just heading straight back to, I forget
Are
the
you gonna
exact
do
airship.
anything explaining to the Olthoi?
That's up to him.
If anyone bothers to ask, like, come up to me and ask while I'm waiting for her to fall through, then
Because that's probably going to take a little bit.
Yeah.
then I would stop to have a conversation. Otherwise, I'm just going to teleport.
Wait. Can I grab a bush as I'm going through the portal?
Yes. You absolutely can. I rolled for it because I figure at this point it's about a 50-50 shot of them being like, hey! And they didn't actually approach you.
Okay.
They're probably too busy going,
Oh? Oh god, she's falling! Like, I picture some of them tried to come over and, like, help you out.
catch me?
Yeah. And then, of course, you're a little too heavy for even an Olthoi, so they're like, whoa! Buzz, buzz. Wait, maybe she should go through, guys! Help her through! Help her through!
Where does this hole even go?
Shove, shove,
No, I can
shove.
see them flying around going, where does this hole even go?
Oh, I should do that. Should I be evil? Real question.
No, do not send an Olthoi through a chaos
Oh, but it would be so evil to do
No.
that!
You've already got Kazrenthka.
That's true.
Admittedly, they would probably be familiar enough with desolate portals to know that
They
something
know
is
that this
off.
isn't
Yeah.
a desolate portal.
Yeah. Yeah, they're... When they report in, which will not happen immediately, there will be some inquiries into this incident.
Stop.
It's, yes.
A few minor inquiries.
I didn't even describe this. I picture them like... Because this is near the main gate entrance to Central. So I picture like a dozen or so Olthoi automatically coming out and just kind of steering traffic over there. Nothing to see here, nothing to see. Nope. This entrance today.
Is that a giant
Nope.
knight?
Nope. It's just we're practicing with some illusion magic. Just move on over here.
That's
this
some
way.
really good illusion magic.
This
I
way.
mean,
This way. We're walking.
I
We're
just got hit
walking.
by some dirt.
We're walking. Ma'am, please do not go near the bushes. It's not safe near the bushes, ma'am. So, back on the airship. Snarg's just like, what took you so long?
It's just, a 20-second scene of him sitting there bouncing a ball off the side of the
Yep.
wall.
You obviously, actually, I want you to roll straight int,
Okay, straight it.
and I want you to roll well.
Straight it. It's not exactly my highest stat,
It'll be fine.
but sometimes you get lucky. I have a 19 total.
So you're talking with Ivankar, and you're just kind of talking shop, and he mentions a couple of ideas with regards to the armor, and you're like, hang on. You were working with
armor?
Aetherite? And he's like, yeah, it was that. something I actually never even encountered before I started working on this armor. It's some nice stuff. It's incredible. Yeah, it's an absolute pain. You can't actually weave it. That's one of the reasons they needed honest-to-God smiths, like, me, in order to work with it. And he describes to you what they did with the aetherite, because aetherite, as you know by this point from your encounters with it, is already pretty strong. But what he did was basically created...
process?
Yeah. You know how... Whoops, why does that keep doing that? Sorry, viewers at home. I don't know why it keeps popping up with that. It keeps coming up with, like, press Alt in order to hide or show throughout the meeting. I don't even know what's up with that. Anyways, I've never done that before. So, he... you know how you take... Japanese smiths would crudely craft steel? I shouldn't say crudely, it's actually very refined. But, rather than blasting it or hitting it with oxygen, they would fold it, melt it out, fold it, melt it out, fold it, melt it out, fold it. So he did a process similar to that with the aetherite in order to basically form, we'll just go ahead and call it refined aetherite because he has no idea what to call it. And in addition to being much stronger than regular aetherite, just like steel is to iron, it also... It acts a little bit differently than standard aetherite when it comes to magic. Rather than simply disallowing it or nullifying it, it will actually absorb it and soak it up like a sponge. And
that's why it gets its power.
Yeah, it's basically a form of a power source for the machine,
So
or for the armor, I should say.
instead of having a magicite core which could explode.
It just kind of soaks up latent energy around it, or has other means to power it up every now and again. And of course, this energy could be used in combat and an emergency as well, either for healative, restorative purposes or combat purposes. Kind of like your belt, Snarg. This is where the intro kind of came in, because you were talking about that, and you were like, "Hey," and I mean, I don't know what you would ask in response to that. I shouldn't tell you what you're asking this character. Don't want to metagame here. So I have no idea what you say next.
The first thing you ask him says, so it can actually repair itself.
Yes.
Hit the spell.
Yes.
So it's self-repairing metal.
Mm-hmm. So, right about now, Guido pops back in.
Oh, hey. I was just discussing with Ibcon here. His name changes every single session.
Damn it. I actually do have it written down on my phone,
what is it?
even.
Because I've got it written down as Ibcon, like IBCON.
That's what I have too. Yeah.
His name is IVKON. That is
Ivcon.
Ivcon. That is him. And Ivcon of Anvilmar. Gosh darn it.
There you go.
I've never had so much trouble remembering one of my own major characters in a game before. So I go with Bob. Yes.
Well, he hasn't done anything except be tied up and screamed.
Yeah, he hasn't really been relevant yet.
Just imagine what would have happened if Guido had taken him with him to see me at Central.
So I said, so Guido, he was just telling me all about some aetherite stuff he's been doing. I think we could maybe, let him work on some other stuff in the future, but that's all for later. Where's the mite? Where's Adeline?
She needed to go to. Wow, you just told me the name of the town.
Eldritch.
And I've already forgot. Thank you. She had said that she needed to go to Eldritch after going to Central. So.
Well, all right. Well, I guess we're doing this on our own then.
Realizing that. So, out of character, realizing that Ivcon is in the room, and I just said, essentially that I teleported her to Central, and
That could mean anything.
I facilitated her getting there.
Do you want to roll int on Guido? Snarg, actually, you could too, now that I think about it.
Sure. Natural 20.
Nice.
It's 23.
Guido?
So you needed... Oh, okay.
I mean, you don't have to.
That's a natural 19.
Nice! Okay. Both of you are talking about this. I imagine just like without thinking about it, you know, where you're just kind of casually, oh man, yeah, I just teleported her to Eldritch and she had to go deal with something, I don't know, blah, blah, and you just kind of keep talking for a bit. And it takes you a few seconds, but both of you notice that Ivcon has no reaction at all.
Oh my god, he's a thing.
Like
He's a
he
thing
didn't
like
notice, or
Zariel
like he doesn't
has.
care.
Like he doesn't care. Like he's just, yeah, whatever.
Or he's a desolate.
Okay, I'm just continuing on like nothing happened.
No, if he was desolate, I'd know.
Yeah, Guido can. Any desolate can tell another desolate on sight.
Even though I'm
Guido.
technically not a desolate.
It's because they
You
all
didn't
smell
tell me
bad.
I haven't lost. You didn't tell me I've
You,
lost
you
that
do.
power.
You do
so-
still have that ability. You were close enough.
Yes, I thought you said that he didn't.
No, he could still tell a desolate, and desolates can still tell him, basically. Although, basically, a desolate would look at you and be like,
What the hell's wrong with you?
yeah, it's, huh? You okay? You don't
You
look
ain't right.
Yeah, nothing wrong with you, boy. We don't like your kind around here. No, so yeah, he just doesn't react at all. Totally blasé.
When that realization occurs to me, I'm going to actually stop and turn to Ivcon.
Okay.
I like worried at Guido, like.
I realize our conversation normally would have been unusual.
Oh, sorry, viewers. Sorry. I forgot that DBM still does that. I'll mute it. Da-da-da!
Oh, there was the dramatic reveal.
Yes, yes. It's perfectly timed there. So please continue. Sorry.
Our conversation is rather unusual, but you seem unfazed.
Oh, I've seen a lot of weird things in my life, laddie. I'll take more than talk about giant mites and other strange problems to get to me.
He didn't say anything about her being giant.
I actually thought you did.
I probably would have info dumped to some extent.
Okay. I was assuming you did. This isn't him knowing something he shouldn't. This
Okay.
is just him going with the flow. I've seen a lot of strange things. It takes a lot to surprise me, laddie.
Uh-huh.
Like your Null friend. Oh, he surprises me. Strange little salt. No offense, sir. Like, every time I see a Null, I think, man, they should smell like wet dog, but you don't. You smell kind of like blueberries. It's rather nice, actually.
Well, I haven't put on the camo scent yet.
Oh, the camo scent. What's that smell like?
Well, just
It
about
was
like
a
you described.
Oh,
I realized that Snarg said camo, but my brain interpreted
As
camel.
camel.
Oh, God.
Camel disguise.
That's much worse. Have you ever smelled a camel?
Yes.
Oh, I have not, but I have been told by people that it is not
Yeah.
fun.
Anyway, sorry.
So I was just telling my friend here about what I could do with some aetheryte if I had access to any. It was quite a project. One of the most brilliant things we ever done, in my opinion. I don't mean to brag about my own works, but I put my heart and soul into that armor.
So were you the one who decided to do it, or were you commissioned or something of that sort?
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column A. B. I can speak, I swear.
So was it the order that commissioned it, or?
Well, the order to contact me and was like, hey, we need you to work on this suit of armor for this lad. What did they call him? The Nightmare or something like that? I know, he had some strange, you know how they are with their dramatic names. Oh, yes, I am the Nightmare, I am the Lord Champion, I am the great Dark Lord of blah, blah, blah.
The Nightmare Pinnacle is what you're looking for, I think.
Oh, that was it. The Nightmare Pinnacle. Which is just a right weird name, but when I met the chap, he was quite friendly. His voice was a little off, but nice fellow. Never saw his face. Not even sure what species he is.
He just wore a hat, a helmet the whole time or something?
He was in this full body armor, which was really confusing to me, since apparently they wanted me to put armor on an armored man. He even got into the thing. I watched him do it once. While still in his full armor, he got into the armor. It's into the. When he was in his armor, he got into the larger armor, the one we built for him.
No, I get what you mean. I've always thought about doing that with armor before. Just keep stacking progressively larger plates of armor on yourself until you're indestructible.
I'm told that's what they do with some of the frigate-class airships, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I don't know,
just
everybody just laughed at me and told me that was
yeah.
stupid, and that's where that ended. But
What? Oh, no, you should try. Do you want me? And he gets too excited now. Do you want me to start working on a suit for you? Maybe a layered armored set.
well, not unless you can do it in. How long do we have until we get there?
Like 6 days.
6 days.
Alas, I don't really have a lot of tools handy here. If only I knew someone who could teleport to go get me them.
I thought he had a little thing.
He did have a little.
He did. He does. You did actually get him a couple of things, but you know, I don't actually have any metal to really work with. That's the main problem. I mean, yeah, I've got some basic iron.
It's not
here
like
and
we
there.
don't have a whole giant ship of aetherite.
Yeah, we don't have it right here though.
Pizza.
Well, what kind of metal? I thought we gave him some stuff.
You gave him
I can't
Purial,
think. Hold
and
on.
he was
Yeah.
going to make the spikes as an option, which he can still do. Or he can make the armored armor. Because 6 days. He's got like
I'd prefer
time
the
for one task.
armor. What would happen if you put Purial in the existing armor?
Purial is really not actually all that durable. It's more for magical enchantments. It's one of the most conductive elements to magic. I think
Enchantment?
enchantment. I know a friend of mine. He's a little weird in the head, but he's really good with enchantment.
So if I like gave you a chain shirt and they're like, "Hey, what can you do with Purial in this?" You would say,
I mean, I could get the Purial into it. That's not the problem. The problem is that's all I can do. You want something done with it, you need to talk to a weaver. Probably an archweaver, actually. Purial is not easy to work with.
"All right, fair enough." I
Where
guess you can-
are his tools?
I think you're right in that he did. You did get him some in town, so you've got a basic set of anvil smithing tools.
It's just
You have
10 anvils. just
yes,
stacked.
it's just a bunch of anvils in the cargo bay.
No. So I like the idea that he went to Snarg and he's like, can you go to town and get me some smithing tools? And Snarg went into town, and the first time he came back with like 10 anvils.
10 anvils
Because he's,
because he's never smithed before, so he doesn't know.
I know you need this thing
Just
They were
10
pretty
anvils
cheap.
And a ball peen hammer.
and a hammer.
Yep.
Hammer.
No, I need a couple more things than that.
Oh, you need more anvils.
No, that's not what I mean. No, wait, come on.
Well, I figured you just used them up really fast. You got to wear them out. They're kind of like candles or something.
Wait. I'm gonna make you decide if you kept those anvils.
If I kept the anvils.
Yes.
Why would he have given them back?
I mean, he did pay for them.
So now, I don't think they'd fit on the ship, would they?
It's a
Ammo.
cargo
No, it's a
ship.
big ship. It's a cargo
Oh,
ship.
it's a cargo ship, I
Yeah.
guess. I mean, we
And
could
yeah,
still use
Guido's
them.
already thinking the direction I am here. He's already
Just
got
drop
there.
anvils off of it.
You've got cannons. Well, actually, yeah. You have...
No, Acme style. Put it in a
Oh
wooden
God,
crate.
that's much better.
Put it in a wooden crate. Shove it out the door with a parachute.
Well, just put a crate on it, label it like healing potions, and set it out the side there.
These are really heavy healing potions, sir. Oh my God.
And they're like, boy, we've got a bunch of healing potions, and they go straight to it, and then we drop it on them.
You only need one.
Yep, that's true.
Boom. Ooh.
Well, if you want to weaponize anvils, there you go. You got like 9. Somehow we retconned anvil traps into the airship.
We made it happen. We made it happen. So,
Alright.
which project do you want him to work on? I mean, this is kind of a group decision because he was going to do some spikes for Guido too, if you remember.
Nah, it's fine.
Well,
Guido, your spikes.
Shiny spikes.
Your shiny
all right.
spikes.
Okay. He will start working on the armor then. So the way I've always envisioned armor working is pretty much exactly how you picture, but I just want to get it out there just in case there's any question on it. Basically anything that goes through the armor has a separate HP. Let's just put it that way. And it has everything hitting you has to get through that HP before it can hurt you at all.
Is it durability or does it come back?
It is effectively durability, and it will have to be repaired in order to restore that functionality. Depending on the metal involved and blah blah blah. But basic iron, yeah, you're going to have to either repair it or just replace it. But it is effectively a very heavy bubble. It also gives you a negative, I think 5. I decided to Dex, unless you have something to offset that. I don't know how much you know about like Warhammer, for example, Warhammer 40k. But in that, well, actually, that's a bad example. Let's use StarCraft. I know you know StarCraft. The Space Marines, those suits aren't just armor. They don't have to physically move them around. There's servos and strength. Yeah, exactly. There's a power source. I guess Fallout's another good example of this that help move it. So if you were to get some Imperial Woven in there and Woven to enhance your strength, that would not only negate the Dex penalty, but also give you a strength bonus.
Yeah, let's do that.
Well, you just need to find a Weaver.
In the next 6 days.
Yep, you got this. I mean, you can go through the portal.
On the ship that's already moving.
Don't teleport Archweavers in here and mess them up.
Oh God! Oh God! Okay, I'll weave this for you.
Hey, he's got 6 arms. You can do it really fast now.
Kill me! Kill me!
No, you still got.
No, they don't think anything's wrong with them. They
Oh, that's
think
true.
it's normal.
That's true.
So they just come in with 6 arms and they're like, all 6 arms.
Everything's fine. Wow, this is a lot easier than I remember it being. So you have access to iron. That's pretty basic. I'm not going to make you do anything to get iron. If you want anything past iron, you're going to have to work for it, though. For the armor.
In the 6 days while we're traveling.
Yep. You could also just accept the iron. That is a valid answer.
I am Iron Man.
I mean,
Well,
we could make that happen, too. the requirements for an Iron Man suit already exist in this setting. Guido, just saying. You could make it happen.
How much of a durability increase are we talking about?
It would kind of depend, actually. I'd do some rolls. Do you want me to commit?
I don't know. What do you think, Guido? Because if it's substantial, I actually wouldn't mind even if there is a dex penalty for now, because I tend to get hit a lot. I know you're already pretty heavily armored, and you said you didn't want the spikes.
yeah,
I'm thinking the fashion statement is more important than the functionality. Is that right?
That's just crazy talk. Everyone who has played any RPG in any format ever knows that cosmetics matter more than functionality.
I was just asking because you're like, it boosts your armor, but it's not going to be as shiny, and you were like, no. You were like totally off board last time. As soon as that was mentioned.
We can make it shiny, you just have to find someone to make it shiny.
He doesn't want the spikes unless they can be shiny.
Exactly.
no, it's the spikes provide no offensive or defensive bonus.
No, he said they did.
Well,
All you need to do is headbutt someone.
it's
Yeah, no, it's not a big thing.
yeah, it's
It's really not.
it's not a maneuver that Guido would do regularly enough to justify it. So,
Totally spike someone though.
I mean, yeah, Snarg would.
and so he should have the potential of being able to do something like that. So, yeah, I'm just saying it's not worth me taking that that
So
material.
give Snarg armor with Imperial spikes so he can headbutt people.
I don't know how many of you guys read any Faerun books. There's a dwarf. I don't actually remember his name. He's a semi-major character who he has very spiky armor, and his battle tactic is to run up and hug people.
Yeah, it's a Dwarven Battle Rager.
Yeah, I'm not making
As a matter
that
of
up.
fact,
You
there's
can
5th
look
edition
that up.
rules for a Dwarven Battle Rager.
It's literally
Yep.
hurts like
Grapple
hell
someone,
too.
You just like hug them and spike them to death.
Yeah, you get that grapple, they're screwed.
And there's some Dwarven word for it that their name literally means axe idiot.
Yeah. So, do you want me to commit to the rolls? I've got the dice ready to go right here. Oh.
Sure.
And then I drop the dice. It's a 1! Alright, First we're going to do a skill roll. Give any bonuses. Okay. Would you please just not land on an edge? Okay,
Can I assist him at all?
I will let you roll charisma.
To encourage him.
No, to try and find someone else on the ship who might be capable of assisting him.
What? I can hold the flashlight.
You
No,
can.
I like the idea. I like the idea that first he rolls charisma in order to go, "You're doing a great job, man."
You got this, man. You got this. Go. Come on.
I use geometric senses to see who has innate smithing skills.
Okay. You find that the dice roll will determine if anybody on the ship has the...
Alright, so you said it's charisma?
Yeah.
That's a 22 total.
Okay, so you find one of the people here used to work as a blacksmith's apprentice, so he will roll to... He will actually succeed. So that gives a +2 to his final roll.
Yay.
And I forgot what it was now, so I gotta re-roll it now.
It was a 20, I saw it.
No.
I saw it from all the way up here.
So that's gonna be... Okay.
And meanwhile, I'm just hearing Black Sabbath's Iron Man song in my head.
Iron Man. Okay.
He's gonna come out with like just one bent plate. It's like, I failed, man.
Are you going to give him the Imperial to work with as well? I should have asked this before.
Yeah.
So here's the idea, and here's the idea. I'll do this in character. The idea is I could set up the Imperial lines for where the weaving will eventually be. Obviously, I can't do the weaving myself, but if you manage to get a hold of someone, you know, the veins will already be in place for the, should we say, the power armor. Is that something you'd like? I mean, if you don't, I could turn the Imperial into some really shiny spikes.
I have no idea what you just said, but it sounds good.
Okay, you got it, sir. So he goes off and he does that, and he rolled well enough to accomplish that. So however you want to notate this is up to you. Here's what I'm thinking stat-wise. At least a full round to get in and out of this thing. Possibly 2 full rounds. This is not something you're supposed to do in combat, is the general gist here. I'm seriously thinking about making it so it's going to be like 5 rounds or something, you know. Takes a while to strap in. You've played Fallout 4, right?
Yep.
Picture that, but slower. So, takes a little while to get in. Let's settle on 5 rounds. 5 rounds in or out. Once you're in, you get 120 additional durability, HP, whatever you want to call it. While in there, your AC is just straight up 20. And you automatically are going to have the suit, I should say, has a physical damage resistance. I was going to roll for this. Of
100.
No. Ooh, that's a nice roll, though. Of 10.
Oh, cool. Ooh. So, DR10, okay.
Yeah, DR10 on the armor.
I said it's probably going to decrease my dex, though.
Yes, by... I was going to say 10. Yeah, let's just leave it at 10. I think that's sufficient.
Actually have a positive bonus.
If I was... Wow, dude. If I was really going to be... Oh, go ahead.
If it makes a difference, the armor that I'm wearing is a -6.
Okay, yeah. Then
And
that
it's full
sounds-
plate, so...
That does sound pretty close to what I was thinking then.
Okay. My dex is now at
I don't
12.
know what I was going to say. Doesn't matter. All right, 6 days have passed. Guido, what are you up to for the 6 days? I mean, it's 6 days.
So the first question I have is, at any point during that 6 days, did I get tired?
Ooh, that's a good question. No.
Wow, okay.
But you're just kind of milling around the ship. You're not really doing anything to get tired. Now.
Yeah, but he's to the point where he has not slept at this point for at least a month, I think.
I was
Yeah.
justifying it in his mind.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah, Guido's just like, yeah, I'm not really doing much. I mean, we haven't fought.
Actually, there is
some.
something that I want to do, though.
Okay.
I'm going to be in engineering, trying to figure out how to increase the speed to get there quicker,
Okay.
and B, basically make the core.
Volatile.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Volatile.
All right. Both of those will be an engineering roll. 2 separate rolls, please.
Okay. If I remember correctly, I do have gain advantage on engineering.
Yep. Yep.
So
It's one of your career points or whatever we ended up calling those.
Oops.
all right, so that's a 18 plus. This is intelligence.
Yeah.
23. Not plus 23 total.
Oh. I was just about. I was like on the verge of doing the double take of wait. Plus 23? Did you use the shadow dice? Oh my god! How is that even possible? Okay.
Oops.
All right.
What are you doing?
Lighting things on fire with lava.
No! What game
On
are you playing?
accident. Minecraft.
Oh. That makes sense. So what'd you get, Guido?
This second roll is a 21.
Okay. First roll, you're going to be able to increase the speed, not by a lot. There's
Not
just
going to drop the day any.
Yeah,
Just
but
what time of day we arrive.
bingo, exactly right. And as for the volatility, after looking at it for a bit, I shouldn't say that. Let me really make this clear in character. So the first thing, it's like that. A couple hours of working with it, and you're like, yeah, okay, I overclock the CPU, basically. Then you spend the next several days going over the core, and the more you go over it, the more it just seems crude. I don't know if Guido has ever in character looked at a Magitech airship, specifically Magitech core, before. And it's up to you.
Well, there was the other core that we looked at when we were rescuing the ogre.
That's true.
And I'm guessing I would have studied.
Oh, I'm sure
I
it's in the
just-
courses, yeah.
Yeah. So
The general idea is that the more you're looking at this, and with all the experience you've gained, and the general knowledge of engineering, the more you're looking at the actual pinning workings, which they don't actually teach at classes, and that's a lower thing. This thing looks like what my great friend Gary likes to refer to as brute forcing. Like, this is not an elegant engine. This is not something that was beautifully crafted and everything fits together like a glove. This thing basically is already a bomb ready to go off.
it was jerry-rigged when it was built.
Yes. So after as you're spending the days, it becomes not a question of how to make it like that, so much as how to
Prevent it from doing that before you get there.
Well, not quite that. Not quite that bad. But it's more like, as you're looking at it, you're like, well, I could set this to be, horribly volatile right now. But if you do that, you're probably going to have in the space of, say, seconds before it goes. So, and you spend the next several days just poring over this thing, and it's like, no, well, maybe if no. How about if let me check here. Nope. And so forth and so on.
Okay. So my best option is when it's needed, I'll be able to. Well, actually, what I need to ask is how long would it take to affect the, I'll say, repairs to make it explosive within a matter of seconds?
I'll actually roll for that. Not long. Looks
I like how he
like
calls them repairs.
it's making it a better bomb. We'll say about a minute. Not very
Okay.
long at all.
Good. Okay.
Actually, you
So-
know what? Let me retcon that a little bit. It's a minute if you spend some prep time over the next 5 days getting a few things set up.
Okay.
Like getting
And
the tools
actually-
right there
yeah.
and getting everything. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was actually the next thing that I was going to say. I will make sure that it is ready for that minute change. And then it's going to be a matter of talking with the flight crew.
Listen,
Make
I'm
sure
gonna
that-
make this engine blow up. Just so you know.
So, before we get to our destination, you guys are going to be jettisoning,
You're gonna be getting the hell out of Dodge.
and I'm going to need basically autopilot to finish out this flight. So,
Okay. And they will start working on getting some of the slaving necessary for an autopilot to work and all that fun stuff.
perfect.
So, really quick, I want to kind of cut over to Abilene. 5 days ago, basically. Abilene! So you land in Eldritch, and... how do I put this? Actually, that's 100... Well, okay. You land in Eldritch, right? You're normal-sized. Not that you would have noticed the difference anyways. And you're weirded out a little bit. Like, you look around like, oh, Eldritch. Yay! I'm here. Where is everybody? Like, nobody here.
That's weird. Well, time to go reporting to headquarters.
Well, you head into the headquarters. There's nobody there either.
Well, that's weird.
You do hear something really faint if you want to roll awareness. Try and make it out.
Well,
I'm going to
Hold
switch
on.
playlists, actually, for this.
awareness is wisdom, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a 13.
There we go. 13. So you can't quite make it out, but you could. It sounds like a voice, a distinctly feminine voice.
Well, hello, lady.
Not sure where it's coming from though. It's just female voice.
I'm gonna head toward the voice.
Okay. Roll another wisdom roll.
Well, that's even better. That's a 10.
Whoa! Abilene is very wise. So
That's
she
very wise.
she starts walking after the voice. You
The voice
think
pops up and says, "No, no, 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 no."
no over here. Actually no, that's literally exactly what happens. No, over there. Over here. Over here.
So I turn around.
No, over here.
I turn around again.
There you go.
Okay, go this way.
What are you doing here?
I was told to report in.
No. What are you doing here?
I am going to save my peoples, I think.
But what are you doing here?
What are you talking about? This is where I came out.
Voice goes silent.
Sasha.
Yeah. As you're walking along, you come across the dorm
Am I
room.
weirded out by the fact that there's no people?
That's up to you. There's no mind-altering effect thing here, so your responses are your own.
Okay. I'm a little weirded out, but there was an imminent attack on the Order, so they probably evacuated the town.
Okay. I want you to describe for me the general location you're trying to head towards in Eldritch.
Well, given where I'm going to assume that there's, the Order complex,
Okay.
which is like a university,
Hmm.
right?
Okay.
So it's a big campus, probably with a fence and some, parking lots for skiffs
Hmm.
and lots of people.
Okay.
And then I'm assuming that there's an underground facility that is where I am headed to specifically.
All right. I'm with it. So you head underground. You're still encountering no one. And as you're kind of going down, you come to a door, go through the door, and you're in the dormitories, which is not underground.
In
It's
the
where,
basement.
yeah.
So I'm going to go over to where a window should be.
There's a
I'm
window
gonna
there.
open the window.
You open the window, you look out, and you see yourself as a younger mite. Younger girl, I don't know. And And you recognize this moment after a few seconds, because you remember this day. This is the day that you joined the Order.
I wonder if Guido slipped me some drugs.
Technically. Now,
Hey, lady.
hang on. Now, your GM doesn't actually know the full details of your past with the Order, so I'm going to kind of let you fill in some blanks here. What's actually happening out there?
In my past?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm sure there's probably...
Oh my god.
So they have... I imagine it's kind of like, getting a job at... Okay, so how I'm picturing it is like in all the manga that you read, they hire, big companies hire like groups of people.
Pretend for a moment your GM does not read manga.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm explaining it. So they hire like big groups of people, and then they have like an introduction ceremony type thing. So I open the window, and I'm looking out on the courtyard.
Okay.
And there's rows of people, think high school graduation type deal, rows of people only as an introduction instead of an outgoing. So rows of students, new workers, and then a platform with, members of the Order standing up, prominent members of the Order standing up and giving speeches. And then you break off and then you go to your individual training groups.
Okay. That makes sense. I'm with you. So you're watching this happen through the window in the basement.
Hey, lady.
Above ground. And you hear the voice come. It's a little more distinct this time. It sounds a little familiar. And it says, "Why are you here?"
I think Guido gave me drugs.
But if Guido gave you drugs, then why are you here?
Well, clearly I'm hallucinating my past.
But why were you here?
Because I wanted to do good things. Why does anyone join the Order?
And so, when you say that, why does anyone join the Order? You feel something kind of trickle over your senses, like the sensation of a cold snake running along the back of your neck.
That's gross.
The voice says, "There are plenty of reasons to join the Order."
Well, not those reasons. So did Guido give me drugs?
No.
It was those bushes.
They weren't.
They told me they were poisonous.
They were only decorative. They weren't designed for eating.
Well, son of a bitch.
This is probably the moment at which you realize you were huge, by the way. Because your mind is your own at the moment.
But do I feel anything weird about the fact that I was huge?
Oh, yeah.
Did I eat bushes? I couldn't have eaten bushes.
Only you can answer that question.
There's no way I ate bushes. There's just no way. Roll Sasha around. Clearly Guido gave me drugs, and I hallucinated going to the Olthoi.
You seem to divert to the drugs answer quite a bit here.
Have you ever seen a 15-foot tall knight?
I have now.
Well, so have I. Okay, well, I gotta report into headquarters. Am I actually an Eldritch?
No.
I feel like I'm an Eldritch.
You're home. Although I'm not sure why you're here.
I should go find Mom then. She makes a really good apple pie. I'm still kind of hungry.
You turn around and she's right there.
Mom!
She's looking at you weirdly.
Can I have some apple pie?
So casual.
What are you doing here?
Your mother...
I'm on drugs, so clearly I was just at home. Yeah?
Your mother looks at you for a moment and asks you, in a clear tone of quiet... How do I put this? I've heard this tone in my real life. That's why I'm trying to get this very specific.
A mom tone?
Well, it's the mom tone when they're disappointed, but not the disappointment tone. It's not, "Oh, you've disappointed me." It's the, "I wish you had done better" tone.
Okay.
Consternation?
What?
Consternation.
Yeah, that's a good word for it. And so she says with a tone of consternation, I thought you were going to help the world, honey.
I am helping the world.
Isn't that why you left the family business? I just invented it this very second.
The family business.
That's up to you, lady.
Making apple
Farmer.
pies.
There you go. Apple farmer.
That's why Mom makes the best apple pies, because her apples are always fresh.
There you go. I mean, I've always...
Mom, I kind of wanted to do a little bit more with my life than, tend the trees and...
There's nothing wrong with that, but you haven't.
What do you mean I haven't? I've been doing lots of good things. I joined the Order. I'm a part of the Pinnacle now. Do you know how much good research the Pinnacle is doing to help save the people? They have white mages that have learned how to resuscitate.
While you're talking, a vision of a tower made of solid crystal just sort of slowly coalesces around you. And you see...
These drugs are something.
I don't feel like describing specifics. You see some unpleasant experiments.
Who's doing this stuff?
Well, you should know that, honey. And as you look around the crystal tower, you actually recognize a few of the people working here as colleagues.
The Pinnacle does this too.
I couldn't have timed this music better. Sorry.
I can't hear it.
I know. I'm sorry. It's just, I shouldn't even comment on it. Why are you
good stuff too?
Why are you here?
At home?
In the crystal tower.
In the tower.
But I'm not. That's just the GM saying that. Nobody answers your question.
Because I wanted to do good. I thought that's what I was doing. I mean, I know they've been doing, experiments with desolates and stuff, but I thought they were looking for a cure.
There's no cure for desolation, actually. Even if I was to go away, there'd be no cure.
Why would you go away, Mom?
Don't worry. I'll never leave you, honey.
Well, that's good. I mean, you're going to die someday, but we all do.
That's not true.
It is true. I mean, unless you're an Olthoi. Those guys live forever.
The lycanthropes, too.
Well, yeah, but I mean... Yeah.
There's a couple others, but that's not important.
Yeah. I don't think I want to be a part of this anymore.
Why not?
Well, I don't want to hurt people.
But what if hurting people is the way to help people?
Why would hurting people be the way to help people?
How many people have you killed in your life?
That's a good point. I try not to.
Of course. You're not murderous. You're not evil. But you understand that sometimes you need to destroy something in order to save something else. It's the same as pulling weeds.
Only when some things are bad.
Exactly.
I'm supposed to be an eldritch.
There's no malice in pulling weeds, is there?
No, because they kill off the plants that you're growing. That's why we spray for the weeds in the apple orchard.
Exactly. You understand.
These are some really good drugs.
What you don't understand is why you're here.
Maybe Guido's flipped me some crispy critters.
No.
No? Yeah, I would have remembered eating them. I've had them before. Odd texture.
Oh, God. I'm sorry. I have to break character for a moment. I'm picturing a mite. Any mite on crispy critters. I don't... Yeah, that
Probably similar to your sister on caffeine.
Yeah, basically.
This place is really disconcerting.
You can leave if you want. Although I'm not sure you have anywhere to go.
Well, I was supposed to go to Eldritch.
Well, that's where this is, though.
No. This is the Crystal Tower. It's not in Eldritch.
As you're saying that, you're in Eldritch.
Oh, well, that was convenient. I wonder if I can get around like Guido does. I mean, I'm not a desolate. Have you noticed that... What the hell is Guido's race? I just forgot.
Lugians.
Thank you. My brain was like, rock people! Rock!
Have you noticed the rock people over there? Yeah! Exactly. Sorry, continue.
Did you know, Mom, that when Lugians teleport, when Lugian Desolates teleport, their portals are green?
Oh, that's not... He's not a desolate.
What do you mean he's not a Desolate? The Desolates are the only one. I mean, that wasn't an exit spell.
No, of course not. Don't be silly.
It was a portal.
Your mother walks
Desolates
up
are the ones that do that.
and gives you a really, like, comforting, supporting hug. It's okay. I know it's confusing. But it's okay. Guido...
By the way, does the voice and my mother have the same voice?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It's also not your mother's voice.
Whenever I'm... Have I noticed it's not my mom's voice?
I'll let you roll for that.
Okay. 13, but it's very comforting.
It is. She has a very soothing
what am
tone.
I rolling? Int?
That's up to you.
I'm assuming I'm rolling int.
If you want to think through it, it's int. If you want to, like, notice it, it's wisdom.
Well, I mean, regardless, I'm over a 20. That's gonna be, or maybe not. 13 and 8.
Oh, I should change the
My
current
brain's not
location.
My brain's not mathing. That's 21.
So, up to you. I mean, that's enough to notice.
I'm sure I would have noticed. You can stop wearing my mom's face.
Oh,
I mean, I know you're my friend.
oh, don't worry. I'm not wearing her face. She is here, just like Guido is here.
Did you kidnap my mom?
Oh, don't be ridiculous. I don't kidnap anybody.
And Guido's not here. He's on an airship somewhere.
No.
He's gonna-
Guido is here. And I know why Guido is here. I still don't quite understand why you are.
Well, Guido must have sent me here. Not entirely certain where here is. This is not Eldritch.
Every time you say the word Eldritch, you end up back in the center of the square at the very middle, where that...
Well, this is just frustrating. First I'm at Central. I'm waiting to see. Do I go to Central?
No.
Oh. Now I'm at Eldritch.
The moment you
Yes,
say
I'm
it...
back at Eldritch.
The moment you say it...
I'm at the E place. Why do I keep popping up next to the fountain, the Child Emperor? Who cares about the Child Emperor? Are you the Child Emperor?
Yes.
Oh. Question to my fellow party members. Have you guys explained to me that the Child Emperor is actually a shadow yet?
No.
Have you mentioned anything about the shadow?
Nothing even
to me?
close has come up to that before.
Brother, question to the GM.
I'm sorry.
Would I have had any knowledge of what a shadow is from my, either through the Order or through the Pinnacle?
No, but obviously you would from being in Garland's Citadel.
Ah, yes!
Because you were there for that, where he pretty
I
much outlined what the shadows were, and what the shadow was.
Ah! So you're the shadow.
Oh no, don't be ridiculous.
Well, you just said you're the Child Emperor. The Child Emperor is the shadow. That's what the Garland told me.
No. Out of character. No, that's not actually what he said. You're thinking of the child that is still in the center of Alburian, of the Psionic Empire, when they were trying to experiment on creating progeny.
Which was what became the shadow.
That's what you think, yes.
Yes.
But
So that's what I'm saying.
So you're saying the Child Emperor is that kid?
Yes.
Okay, I'm with you. Continue.
I mean, am I wrong?
I'm not going to answer that question.
Well, no, I mean, that's the conclusion that the party reached. Right,
Okay.
guys?
Right? Guys, back me up on this. Back me up on this. I don't remember my brother's own story that he slaved over.
No, that's what I remember. What I remember is us going through and they're talking about they were trying to create progeny. They created one, and the progeny had this new energy going through it.
Yes, I remember that. I just don't remember
Is the
him being
statue
referred to as
you
Child
said
Emperor.
the statue was the Child Emperor, and that's the only person I've ever considered as a child.
That's different. That's a different person.
You
Okay,
would know full well the story of the Child Emperor and how he founded the
Okay.
Order back in Year Zero.
So fix me. No, I mean, out of character.
You,
What's
you,
the story of the
super brief version. Once upon a time, actually, I guess I won't do the super
Once
brief
upon a
version.
time, there was like a
There was-
a violet mage, and he made the order at the end.
Actually,
Okay.
he was a green mage. He was a summoner,
Or
and
So you're a summoner.
someone else actually founded the order and turned it into a tyrannical dictatorship in the wake of Year Zero. And the Child Emperor is the one who basically was the figurehead for the rebellion to push against him, and ended up leading the rebellion and overthrew the tyrannical rule and helped establish the order as a altruistic organization.
Dead by now.
So it's loud enough that. Sorry. Muting myself.
Okay. Shouldn't you be dead now? Shouldn't you?
No, How old am I?
I don't know. How old are you?
I'm only 30.
30 years old. Wow.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
pretty old.
young. Is it old?
I don't know.
How old do mites live?
On average, 80 to 90 years.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not even middle-aged yet. I mean, yeah, I'm starting to go a little bit gray, but, you know, that happens to all mites.
That's true.
And I've still got another, at least 50 years. I mean, you know, working for the Order in my capacity does kind of make things a little bit difficult sometimes. And I do get into some pretty rough scrapes occasionally, but I've always managed to get myself out thus far.
I want you to roll wisdom really quick.
I did much better this time. I rolled an 18, which
So-
puts me at a 24.
So, everything goes black for a moment. No sound, no nothing.
Well, this is just frustrating.
Except you find you can't
Eldritch.
even, like, talk properly.
Well, then I'm...
You're probably thinking, or whatever, but I'm just saying, your
Eldritch.
body isn't responding to you.
Eldritch.
Diagonally.
Pretty much.
Sorry, bad dumb joke. So, as you're laying there, you start to hear a couple of voices, different types. They're talking in kind of hushed tones, concerned. And as you're listening, you kind of make out healing white mage, coma. That's killer. That's
I'm in a coma?
chaos.
Hey, Mom, Child Emperor.
Roll another will save.
Oh, that's much worse. That's an 8
Okay.
on the die, which puts me at 14.
14. So, you reappear in Eldritch all of a sudden, fully in control of your faculties again.
Hey, Mom, am I in a coma?
No response this time.
Oh, well, that's just inconvenient.
You feel very cold, though.
Okay, I guess I'll head back to the dormitories, which are in the basement for some reason, even though that opens to the courtyard.
As you start walking down the courtyard, you turn around and realize you're in the dormitories.
Okay. Well, I won't say that this isn't convenient. I'm going to go to my room.
You sit down in your room, and there's a poster on the wall. And you remember this poster because it's of... insert character here that it's of.
For Balsam Ball.
Yes, there you go. It's a Valsamball poster of some dude.
Really awesome dude.
And this dude is really good at Valsamball. Actually, he's not that great, but he is super cute.
He's a mite.
He is a very awesome... He's one of the only mites in Valsamball. Usually mites don't care to participate in sports. And you look at that poster, and it's actually... There's a bunch of text on it instead of the picture of Mite Dude, Bobby McHottie Face. And...
But I like Bobby McHottie Face.
I'm sure you do. As you're looking at it, the text literally speaks to you, and you hear a voice. Now, this is completely unlike the earlier voice.
Is it a comforting voice?
Oh, no. And, in fact, I'm going to need a wisdom roll just to listen to this voice without issues.
Well, that's better than the other one. That's a total of 20.
Okay. 20 is enough to listen.
can't talk to the writing on the wall.
No.
The literal writing on the wall.
And the writing asks of you, you need to make a choice. Now, I don't know why you're here. You can continue to be here and continue to be a part of this, or you can leave. But you need to decide this.
Well, I don't want to be trapped in Eldritch for the rest of my life. I'm back at the town square. Of course I'm back at the town square. Do you know how frustrating it is to and I'm like pacing in a circle around the fountain. Do you know how, and I'm just pointing my finger up at the air, because do you know how frustrating it is? Every time I say, I didn't move. Every time I say, I can't say the word. Every time I say the word, I'm right here. I mean, I'm right there. I'm Eldritch. I'm here. I'm right here. This is really, I mean, how can I get anything done if every time I say, I give up. And I sit down, right where I just teleported back to again. It's very frustrating. Where exactly is here anyways? Because I know this isn't actually Eldritch. Oh. Well, I suppose at this point, I mean, if I'm going to get anything done, because I can't go my entire life calling Eldritch the E word.
You've stopped teleporting, by the way.
Well, yeah, because I'm sitting right where I teleported in.
Yeah.
So I have to go back. Besides, I'm apparently in a coma. This sucks.
I know I'm a bad GM, but geez, sis.
Okay, so if I'm gonna go back, where was back? Well, back was here. This is where I was supposed to be going. But if I'm in a coma, the orders probably come to get me, which means I'm probably in the hospital. So I guess I'll head that way.
As you're walking, the terrain just kind of starts to fade out more and more.
This is interesting. Better not say the E word.
Until you're basically walking in a completely formless black void.
Oh, this is even worse.
And you continue walking towards the abyss in front of you in the black formless void with no features or sounds whatsoever.
I have a hand on Sasha because that makes me feel better. Tick, 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 tick. This is sure a long way to go. I guess they wanted to make sure I really wanted to go.
Now, this is GM interpretation, but it sounds like you're not actually making a decision.
No, I made a decision.
Yeah, to go back, which isn't actually a decision. All you're doing is being like, oh, whatever. You haven't the character hasn't actually come to a conclusion that she internally is satisfied with yet.
She does not like the place that she is in.
Yes, but she hasn't decided to remain a part of the Pinnacle or not yet.
Oh, that's what you're asking me?
No. Totally not.
That is not the impression that I've been getting.
Well, I mean, I could lay it out for you if you really want me to.
No, I mean, you basically just did. But, you know, for better or for worse, her decision is that she's here to help people, not to hurt people. If that needs to be done, she's agreeing to stay under the conclusion that she's going to be making some more. She's not going to be blindly following. She wants to make more informed choices.
Okay. You don't have to click that, sis. You probably don't have context for it. It's especially for third, but also for Guido.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. So... Yeah, pretty much. So... You feel... I don't know what you feel. Because I don't know what Abilene would be like if she was infused with chaos.
Well, right now she's angry.
Okay.
Well, more frustrated than angry, but there's definitely hints of anger in there.
Mm-hmm.
So she's frustrated because she keeps going back to the E place.
Mm-hmm.
So there's an innate frustration from that. But underlying that is she has a mild sense of betrayal.
Okay.
And the frustration that comes in with that. And then kind of the anger portion of it is the betrayal, and then the frustration is that, you know, how could she have been reaching her full potential of plucking weeds when she doesn't have all of the information yet.
Okay. So anyways, you wake up. You are currently surrounded by several Order people, most of whom you recognize.
Hi, Sally.
One of whom you do not. He's the doctor who's working on you right now.
Hello?
And they all, one of them, the one you do recognize, he's actually your handler from the older days. And not anyone you've met recently. You haven't talked to this guy in weeks, but you know who he is. And he looks at you really weird. And he says, "Can we have a moment? Can we have a moment, please?" And everyone else just kind of shoos out.
Odd dreams, Bob.
And so, Bob...
I dreamed I was 15 feet tall and eating bushes in front of Central.
You're actually 50 foot tall, my dear.
I dreamed I was 50 foot tall and eating bushes in front of Central.
He reaches out a hand, pulls you up, shakes your hand. "Welcome to the fold. I have an assignment for you."
Does it supersede my assignment to get Guido back?
Oh, yes. Yes, don't worry. Guido's already with us. No, I need you to kill a few people for me.
Okay, why?
He starts naming names. These are people who are, I guess, threats is the simplest way to explain it. These people are not on our side, and therefore we need to get rid of them because we're going to be having some sensitive events happening very soon here in Eldritch, and we need to make sure that they are not here to get rid of. Does that have anything to do with the fact
that you ransacked, what's-your-face?
Oh, that was just a bonus, really.
Oh, okay. Do I recognize any of the names that he tells me that I have to kill?
We'll say all of them.
Who are they?
Fellow Order members. At least one of them you know is a Pinnacle agent. A first Pinnacle agent, if you will.
I thought he was... I mean, he's a Pinnacle like we are.
No, but he's not with us. Like you are.
What's the difference?
Well, at this point, you probably actually know the difference.
Okay.
So, if you would please, we are on a little bit of a time deadline. If you don't feel up to this, I can go ahead and try and assign this to someone else.
No, I'm just still really weirded out by the dreams I was having.
Dreams are just dreams.
Dreams.
I wouldn't worry about dreams. It's the business of your mind. Don't put it out of your mind. Not a big deal.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
can I have my dossiers?
Of course. So, Abilene goes off to murder her comrades. In cold blood. Angrily.
Clearly, they're part of the reason that I've been having these issues.
So, at the northern coast, actually, let's rewind just a second here.
I would ask, how's Guido doing with the? Well, A, how long have I been out? And B, how's Guido doing with the blowing the airship on the flying reed sharks?
You've been out for 10,000 years.
Great, I'm in the new campaign.
Yeah. Yes. Now here's your cyberware. Here's your iPad. No. Okay.
Pulls out the iPhone. Oh, hey, this is kind of handy.
No, it's only been.
You've even got pictures on here. That's going to come in really handy. Oh, and a GPS. We have them tagged.
It's only been a day.
Okay.
So we have no idea what's going on in the northern area. We, of course, the Nightmare is there trying to hold the front line, although we're going to recall her soon.
Her?
Her.
Oh, I thought she was a he.
Most people
Oh,
don't.
I have your engineer. Are we trying to kill him?
Of course not. Why would we try to kill
Okay.
him?
He's with the Guido and Snarg of Wild Paw, and he thinks I'm
Oh,
going to kill him.
that engineer. Oh, yes, we definitely need to kill him.
Why?
Because he's not with us.
Well, can't he help fix the Nightmare? I mean, when you're fighting reed sharks that big, you're bound to get some damage.
No, I'm not too worried about it. We'll figure it out.
So you want me to kill him
Oh, no, no,
when
no.
I
no.
get back there?
No, no. We'll deal with it. We have much bigger fish for you to fry. So get to it.
Okay.
So she goes off a murdering. Cut back to the airship. So you guys, by your initial flight plan, were obviously kind of going around the crater region for obvious reasons. You are, however, coming within range of being able to see crater. Obviously, I mean and as you're going by, you notice that the eternal storm that was over it and has been over it for the last 300 years or whatever is not there.
That's probably not a good sign.
Can we see anything below the storm now?
I mean, there's the crater.
Okay, just like, but it doesn't look much different aside from the storm.
Not at a distance, no.
Okay. I just look at Guido and go,
If the storm's not there, do we want to cut through instead of going around?
how much time would that shave off?
Better day.
Ugh, it's out of my nose. It just.
You're the airship captain. If it saves a day and it looks like we're not going to have any problems, then I say we do it.
I'll ask the opinion of the captain who's actually flying.
You want us to go over crater? What is
There's no
wrong
storm.
with you? Who cares if there's no storm? Do you know what happens to things that go through there? To people that go... No, of course not. That's insane. I would only do that if you succeeded at a roll against me, sir. Or perhaps Rochambeau. I would also accept Rochambeau.
This doesn't work with chat delay.
Yeah, viewers, I did scissors too, for those of you who didn't see it. Which is all of you.
So this is charisma, so that's a 19.
Wow. Okay, roll again. We tied. Again.
Can I?
I mean, if you want to assist him, Snarg.
Well, yeah, I'll tell him, like, think if, we're going to be the first ones to see a lot of this stuff. Be famous.
Oh, that's a terrible idea.
Roll it. Roll it.
Hold on.
Oh, I got it. He may not be convinced by this. That's a 12 for me.
12 is enough with the argument you gave. That's actually the DC I set there.
That's a... Let's see. 27?
Evelyn, what
Wait.
are you sucking on?
My dice.
Okay.
Ew.
That's actually a 32.
Oh my god. So,
He chaosed.
yeah.
Yeah, I rolled a 23 on my chaos die.
So, we're getting to the point where we're getting less subtle with the application of it. So, what I like to picture, and you can do whatever, but what I like to picture is you literally reach out, put your hand on his shoulder, and just black seeps into him. And he goes rigid for a second, then he says, "You're right, we should go to crater."
Through
Wait,
crater.
did I see that happen?
You're right there.
You're talking to the guy too.
Yeah, you gave him
I didn't know if this was a mental thing or not.
you gave him a +2.
So
to
Stark's no
seeping
longer
blood.
excited about this. He's just staring at Guido. Is there something you want to tell me?
I'm very convincing, Snark. Puts hands on Snark's shoulder.
Nah. Don't lay on hands me. I don't want more healing.
I'm good. I'm good, man. You tell me you're convincing, I'm convinced. Just don't touch me.
So, I like your initial idea, but I think it's a little too overt.
Okay.
What I'm picturing is kind of the same tendrils of black, but coming out of like the creases in my gauntlet instead of like out my arm.
Okay, I'm with it. Snark, I'll make you roll awareness to catch that then.
Okay.
Pretty low DC, though.
My minimum, I can never roll below a 13.
Given how shiny his armor is.
And a 13 it is.
Wow, you do not succeed.
Okay.
You do not see that Guido is evil.
Wow. I'm
Hey, Abilene
surprised.
hasn't seen that Guido is evil for a long time now.
Yeah, although Abilene's evil now, too, so it all works out in the end.
This should be fun. Do I
So-
get dice?
Not yet.
I want dice.
No.
That's the 5-year employee program.
Yeah, you gotta get vested, and so you convince the airship captain. You start beelining again, chops a day off the voyage. Nothing happens during your trip over Crater, although the ship captain's still a little for most of
And
the trip.
the rest of the crew is probably like,
Why are we doing this?
Captain,
It's
why are your
okay.
eyes pitch black?
It's okay. I see everything now.
Trust your captain.
Trust your captain. It's cool. It's okay. Lord Captain Guido's got this. Mr.
What's that movie about the hell ship?
Oh, I don't know.
Event Horizon.
No,
Event
I
Horizon,
hate
yes.
that movie. I hate that movie. I don't want to remember that. Moving on.
It's the name of my other game.
So you are heading north, and I imagine as you're getting close, you're not just lounging in your chairs, but you're at the windows.
No,
looking.
actually, Snark would be at the window like all the time, especially since we're flying over Crater, because he wants to just look down, regardless.
Okay.
He's got, once we're getting there, he's got all the war paint on. He's got longbow ready. He's got everything on. He's got the suit on. He's testing that out. He took a couple days to make sure he.
Yeah, I was gonna say it
adjusted
probably
to that.
takes some time, get used to it. Just it is pretty heavy. I'm gonna require a strength roll for significant things, like if you want to jump, for example, or do a leaping attack. That's gonna be a strength roll now.
Okay, that's fine. He's
You will
pretty
also get a bonus to, well, for example, a leaping attack damage because you're basically a
heavier.
cannonball. Yeah, you're going to slam into them a lot harder.
Oh yeah, no. There's actually a fire ability called Crash that synergizes perfectly.
Oh God, you took Crash.
Well, I mean,
I know
can
that
choose-
one because it was one of the first ones I designed.
Well, I can choose if I do Ascension. So
Anyways, so as you're approaching, you see a large winged reed shark come flying out of nowhere and just kind of zoom up and buzz the ship for a moment and then land on top of it. The whole ship buckles under the weight of this thing.
The reed sharks
Okay.
on top of the ship.
Yeah.
Guido, they're attacking us already. Why does all of our fights end up on top of airships?
It's a thing, it's just...
Has the crew departed yet?
Given how close you are at this point, I'd say yeah.
Okay.
Very likely.
All right, looks like it's on. Push it and opens the hatch up.
Do you shove the anvils out?
Well, there's nobody below us.
Screw you, bushes!
So, unless you were doing something, Snarg, I'm going to climb up on the hull.
Have
Yeah,
you
same.
rigged it
That's
to
why I'm popping the
explode
hatch
yet?
out so we can both start going.
Okay.
Have you rigged it to explode yet?
No,
Probably not.
because no.
Yeah, I was to say, if he rigs that to explode, it's going to be like a teleport to get out kind of a situation.
Yeah, I can teleport to the engine room.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're on top. What you are facing is a large red reed shark. It appears to be molten. As you're looking at it, the thick scales that make it up are literally like you know how logs look on a fire with kind of the luminescent flame going through it, that kind of appearance. And every now and again you see little gusts of flame and wisps of it just kind of creak out. Like as it moves its shoulder, the scales move, and so you see bits of gouts of flame just kind of escaping from it. It turns to look at both of you, and then it leaves.
Hey, come back! Look at all this damage you caused!
So, free action, as, you know, it's looking at us. Return from whence you came, or suffer the consequences.
What language are you saying that in?
I would be speaking Lugian.
Okay. So, it looks at you, and then it flies off, and heads back more northwards towards where the shore is.
Well, now we can use the anvils. So, maybe it would be... Do you think it'd be good if I just stayed on top of this? Just kind of like buckled myself in?
I'm going to need a dexterity roll, a dexterity save from both of you.
Oh, great. Okay.
For no reason.
With the armor, it's a 14.
Okay.
Let's see.
14's enough, I think.
I still take my armor penalty on saves, right?
Yes.
All right, so that's going to... It's going to be a 9.
Okay, so Snarg, you manage it. Guido, you do not.
Okay.
Let me describe what's happening, then you can decide if you want to chaos die this. So, the ship... where's... Here, this'll do. So here's the ship, right? Zoom, zoom, zoom. Ship just kind of does this. Whoop! Almost lost my actual phone there. Pong! And
Breaks the phone.
just kind of starts doing this very quickly. And you're jostled, obviously, because you're standing on top of the thing. Yeah. As if something
Showing the
slammed...
viewers.
Oh,
The
gotcha.
research just took off.
Yeah, it's basically showing... It's as if something slammed into it from below. And, Snarg, you manage to, with, like, one of your giant clawed arms, and you hold yourself. Guido, you fail.
Launch.
If you're actually going to accept being launched off, you can get a shot. There's another of these reed shark things, which is under the ship, with large, ashen wings, which are trailing just this giant wreath of black and brown soot behind them. And you can't quite see the rest of it under there, but you can clearly see the wings just beating on either side of the ship. Oh, by the way, for our viewers at home, these things are huge. This thing literally has a greater wingspan than the width of the entire air show.
I'm going to teleport to its nose.
Zoom. Okay.
Is it solid to stand on? Or do I, like, pass the nose of the reed shark?
Okay, it's solid. It's solid.
Okay. So I'm standing on the reed shark's nose.
This close up, you can tell it's got clumps of dirt, chunks of obsidian. There's bits of iron here or there. There's a few gemstones. There's no real pattern to it. It's just as if like a chunk of, just like a slice of earth got up and started walking.
So, Guido, I don't think we're going to be able to use the anvils.
I offer you the same warning. Return from whence you came or suffer the consequences.
Still in Lugian, I assume?
Yeah.
Okay. So, it's really disoriented by suddenly having this giant metal thing on its nose. And it lets out this roar and says something. You know, you can tell it's a language. You have no idea what he's saying. And it flings the airship forward, like this. And then basically scoots out from under you and flies in a northerly
He's standing
direction.
on his nose.
And?
I'm guessing I'm not anymore. Most likely it shook its head or something.
Yeah, I mean, it's not
and-
that hard to get you off. It's not the most balanced spot anyways.
Yeah.
So currently Snarg is going, ah! And Guido's going, ah!
So I can catch the other one that flew off now.
Do you have any rope on you?
Do I have any rope?
Like a The Batman rope. I don't remember what he calls it.
A grappling hook?
No. I mean, basically, but without the frickin' gun launcher aspect.
Oh, the grappling hook?
Do you have a grappling hook?
No. I got a grappling hook and rope.
I mean, you can go for it.
If he's that close, sure.
Quick.
Oh wait, actually,
Uh-oh.
you said there's soot and every stuff all over the place now, right?
Yep. Totally.
So I'm a geomancer. Can I just walk on that?
We'll say you start to.
Okay.
There we go. And then you're a little heavier than you remembered.
Yeah.
So you're basically walking through really loose quicksand. You're sinking very quickly. But you're no longer plummeting.
That's good. It's a controlled descent.
Yes, exactly. And as you come down, you land pretty much on the beach. You know, at this point, you're well past the forest and the other area. Guido, I have no idea what you're doing. As you plummeted
So Snark
earlier.
is completely out of the fight now.
Well, Snarg's up at the beach.
So I would teleport back to the bridge.
So right now you're kind of like this, and you hear this noise as the ship rips the air as it's plummeting.
Going to try and right the ship and see. Yeah.
Straight out of an action movie. Come on! So you will have succeed. This isn't even a roll. You succeed. You pull it up.
Where are the reed sharks?
So from your vantage point, you can detect no less than 4 different reed sharks, which are currently on the beach, along with a large armored thing and 1 knoll.
I'm all right.
Oh, and a mite.
Am I there?
Yeah.
Yay! Hi, Guido! I'm like
You don't
sitting
know
up-
that
I'm
I'm
sitting
doing
up
like
on
scanning
top
though.
That's a good. Yeah, you probably see
I'm
Snarg.
sitting on the pinnacle.
I say I can
or
see
on
why you'd be
the
confused with the
nightmare.
armor, but I'm not Guido.
There you go. Perfect. Perfect.
Well, I'm glad you're okay. Kind of turn to the nightmare.
The nightmare's over there and busy.
Oh.
So I'll pull like a sword and say, all right, no time for chatting, and charge forward.
I'm
Okay.
gonna jump on his back.
And I'll skid
Okay.
to a stop about 5 feet and say, wait, I had a plan for this. Hang on.
So I go to jump onto his back and he stops and I go, oh,
Bonk! Yeah, right into the metal.
ow.
This is a good look
That
for you,
was
by
start
the
out
way.
Cat
long range.
gloves. I've got my cat gloves, so I'm just kind of stuck to it going, ow.
Actually, so remember we, one of our viewers, I can't remember who, forgive me if you're watching this, talked about like doing dual techs, like Chrono Trigger style.
Yeah, so I'm gonna like.
So yeah,
climb
you're
on
like
his
gonna
back,
get the
swing
turret
Sasha
going.
over.
Yep. And then Guido, so that's gonna be like your
I've got it,
starting
like,
spot.
hooked- I've got Sasha like hooked into, like I'm picturing, the like BC era plateware that had the upper shoulder things, or maybe it was after BC. Was that Lich King?
Every
Anyway,
single
the
WoW
plateware
expansion
that
has
had
huge
like
shoulder
the up
plates.
thing on the shoulders.
Yeah, the
Describe
up
every
things.
single shoulder pound.
I know exactly what you mean by the up things.
The banana shoulders?
That would be
No, not the
vanilla.
banana shoulders. Those were vanilla.
Yeah. Anyways,
I don't
so
know
you've
what
got
that
a
was.
thing on your shoulder.
With
Which
a gun
goes-
that
with the
suddenly
gun.
just popped up
Chakong.
in front of you.
Yeah. So you two are basically getting turreted up there. Guido, basically what I want to know is what you're doing to initiate/enter combat.
Are we going to do combat at this range? Because we haven't done my new
We'll
ammo.
be doing combat next week. Yes.
Okay, good. We need to do my ammo.
And yeah, this is the terminus.
This is a bad idea. It's a bad idea.
I'm just
ever
going to go ahead and
stopped
tell you, if you try to nuke the airship here, it's probably going to kill all of you. But if that's the way you want to go, that is your choice.
So my
And that-
plan is my plan is now that I've righted the ship,
Mhm.
set it on a collision course with basically the nightmare
Okay.
because it's in the
She's
center.
my friend.
It's in the center of everything, yep.
It's in the center of everything. So, target that, and then I'm going to teleport down to the beach and try and collect up Snarg and Abilene.
Oh, God. Oh my
I
god.
thought this was Plan Z.
So I have a question.
Yes.
Do I get my dice sooner if Guido infuses me with more chaos?
Debatable.
Okay. I'm gonna laugh if I end up back in Eldritch.
Well, every time you say the word from now on... No, I'm kidding.
That would be hilarious.
That would be horrible. Hey, guys, I need to go to Eldritch too.
Hi, lady. And she'd be like, "Why are you back?
Why are you here?"
To say the E word.
What E-word?
How do I? Is there a faster way? Eldritch. See, look. You know exactly what I mean.
Okay, so Guido sets the airship on a collision course.
Teleport back to the engine
Teleport
room.
back to the engine room. Does the thing you got to do. I will need an engineering roll for that real quick.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So that's going to be a 18.
Okay. So you... There we go. Warning, self-destruct in 5 seconds.
Install
4,
the
5,
voice module for
3,
it?
2,
I
1.
would go off in a minute.
Nope, it's going off very quickly. No, actually, with an 18, that buys you an additional 12 seconds. So it'll be going off in 18 seconds.
Okay. Well,
Teleport
3
quickly.
rounds.
so I saw approximately where Snarg was on the beach.
Oh yeah, you know exactly where he is.
So teleport to him.
Zoop. It's 1 round.
Oh God.
Open a portal in front of him.
Well, you could also open one below them. And just plummet to wherever you're going.
Well, but they're not close enough together to open
No, I'm
one
on his
portal.
back.
Yeah.
Oh, you are?
Abeline's
Oh,
in
I
turret
missed that.
mode right now.
I
I'm in
missed
turret
that.
mode.
Yeah.
I thought she was further away. Okay, so if that's the case, then yeah, I'll teleport to them and open a portal below them.
So, you two technically get a dexterity save to try and dodge the portal if you want to.
Considering it.
I could dodge it if I wanted to. I rolled a 19.
I mean, it's up to you. That's a choice, not a mandatory. I mean,
My
you,
deck save sucks, but like this is like
I'm gonna say
No.
it's up to Snarg.
well, you're
because-
probably committed to turret mode right now.
I am committed to turret mode right now, and so I am actually like all I can see is
I'm
above
going
and in
into
front
portal.
of us.
Okay.
even trying to save out of it.
Vroom. So you like try, but I mean, armor. So,
So I'm gonna
And-
say my dex save gives me a chance to like snap my head down on his helmet so he doesn't lose his helmet when we fall.
good idea.
Kunk.
And then Guido, your final
I'm
action.
following
I assume,
right
is-
through.
Okay,
Yeah.
so right on through. Do you close the portal behind you?
Yes.
Because that's really, really important. Okay.
Part
I
of the
will
reason why
need
we
to
got
know
this
where
problem
you're
in the first
going.
place.
The main entrance to Central was far enough away, right?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. So I will teleport us back to Central's main gate.
There's some really ragged bushes around for some reason. I'm not sure what's up with that, but so you teleport back. Now, I'm actually going to basically chop it off here. I will describe the effects of the teleport and the aftermath of this next time.
Okay.